gambling is used extensively all over the world to launder money. If I was to estimate, based on the amount of accounts I've seen of that nature, it would have to be millions and millions of dollars that is laundered every year. It's just a scam. The fact that nobody can win, we only want losing customers. That's it. It was just fucked. And they know what advertising works, what algorithm works. They know how to maximize their profit, which is to get people to lose more and more. It is just rotten to the core. I was a customer account supervisor at one of the biggest gambling companies in the world. With 21st century technology, the punter doesn't really know what's going on. And behind the scenes, there's all of this maths going on that analyzes your betting and ensures the company wins. It will always win. Customers would be categorized based on their profitability. So if a customer lost millions of dollars, they would be labeled a VIP, and only the best staff would talk to them. But if you were a problem customer, that meant that you were winning money. So you'd be labeled with a big badge that said that you're a problem, and that needs to be dealt with. The risk rating is done by an algorithm. It's just how much they've lost against whatever other metrics the company's decided. The risk rating essentially turns off winners and stops them from betting and cranks up the dial for anybody that's losing so they can lose more and more and more money. It's actually a design feature to ensure that those that lose are allowed to lose more. So if a customer says something that could indicate they've got a problem with gambling, you would just have to go through a series of questions and just tick, 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 and that was it. Suicide calls were to be dealt with by only a senior manager, but I had a manager tell me that they just had to make a decision based on the threat and stick to it, and that it didn't matter once they hung up the phone because they didn't know whether or not they followed through with their threat or not, so that it didn't really matter. So that's probably still the worst thing I've ever heard anybody say, because you don't know whether or not they killed themselves or not. It didn't matter. It's an industry known thing. Gambling is used extensively all over the world to launder money. The company would treat customers different depending on what country they were from. If there was a whole heap of customers in England sign up with similar details, that would be a suspected syndicate of people trying to get one up on the company. I raised things of a similar nature in countries in South America, and all of those accounts were waved through, and that happened multiple times. When you get 20 individuals join up within a space of 20 minutes, or with matching email addresses and account numbers, it's quite obvious that's a systemic tactic to launder money. If I was to estimate, based on the amount of accounts I've seen of that nature, it would have to be millions and millions of dollars that is laundered every year. And that's just that company alone. When you realise that the company doesn't care about people, makes you feel appalled and sort of disgusted within yourself, because you know that you're helping a company harm people and virtually deliberately harm people because the culture is that it's all about revenue. It ruins people's lives, it takes their money, it ruins their families, the staff either indoctrinated or miserable, and then on top of it all, it's changed what sport is. If you're about to get into punting, make no mistake about it, you can't win. None of these companies will allow you to win in the long run. So just don't bother.
Okay, guys. Sure you heard that, right? Sure you heard that, right? So, encrypted block here, where I educate you, inform you about these statics. So, as you have heard, This gentleman is basically I think you work as an accountant for one of the largest, well-known online casino in the world. Remember, I was telling you about that baker, or even that scenario where if you were a police, who would you want the statement from? The eyewitness or someone who was sleeping, right? Now, haven't heard what someone who works with the company has said. Do you still think that you can win? Do you still think that you can win? Hmm? Now, um, do you still think that you can win? You have heard it. Now, this is very, very informative and intriguing to see someone who was working there disclose actually what had happened. This is an amazing interview. I think Vice did it. Okay, and this is an anonymous confession on insight of people and the inside of different industries, right? So you can't say I didn't tell you. You can't win. You basically cannot win, right? And if you were supposedly to, let's say, try your luck and so forth, it just would not work. It just would not work, guys. You can't beat gambling. You cannot beat the casino. That's what I've been I've been telling you guys. You can't beat them. Now, this is very intriguing and this is touching. And this even send home the point that, it is a curse. Gambling is a curse. You have to get as far as possible away from gambling. Gambling is a curse, people. Gambling wasn't bad when the cheating wasn't happening. But gambling is bad when as you have heard, the companies don't want you to win. Why would they want you to win? Ironically, he said the troubled customer was the one who was winning. Right? The troubled customer was the one who was winning. And the good customer was the one who had lost millions, who has been losing. They were the good customer. And if you were winning, you were to be dealt with. And how they do that? They let you lose. So for that person who said, oh, I bet on 3 and they play 4, that's the system against you. They cranked up that difficulty. Remember, I told you that they are software, and as he had said, that behind the scenes, there are a lot of algorithm working, there are a lot of AI working, and they track each individual. They track your bet, see how much is your profit, how much is your loss, and they say, okay, I'm gonna let you lose, because they know as you lose, you're going to trace that loss, because the loss comes so instant. Dopamine rises. You felt that high, drop on the floor, and then before you know it, you're at it again. You want to get that high. Guys, gambling is a lie. And I want you to understand what is actually happening here. This is the industry that has suckered you in. Every single thing that I've said in previous video, he has said it. It will destroy you. It will damage your family. Debt. All right? Self-isolation. All of these things that I've said. This is what someone who worked in the industry has confirmed. Oh, for my peeps, just like, subscribe, leave your comment below. Let me know what you think about this. And I've said before over and over again, please stop gambling. You alone can decide. You have to stop now. Have to stop now. You cannot win. You need to stop. Find something else to do. Go wash your car. Go do some laundry. Go and cut the lawn. Instead of hiring someone to do those things, go and do it yourself. Take your mind off gambling because you cannot beat the house. Trust me. I would more feel convinced to hear it from someone who had worked there rather than someone who hasn't, or from someone who has the basic knowledge of what it is, how it is done, and it also proves what we have been saying. Gambling is a lie. Need to stop it right now. The machines, the software, they are against you. The odds of winning. Sure, you say, boy, you know what, we're winning. But as soon as that algorithm chipped in, okay, the loser is the friend, the winner is the enemy. That's what he said. Like and subscribe below, people. Comment, leave your comment, leave your experience so others can see it and get inspired. I want to inspire you. I want to build you. I want to make you great. I'm out.